Yo, what's up? This is John from Judge Innovation Garage in the Peach capital of the state, baby. Alright, boys and girls, it's go time. It's go time. Alright, everybody keeps asking me, what you got going on in there, Jay? Well, that right there is my Tundra Swan. So, this is what we got going on. We got the F150 here in the booth. And Elijah just got through tacking it off. So we're going to trim out the doors, because I didn't trim the doors out when I painted it, because we just waited till the last part to do that. We got the cowl that got to paint, and we wasn't happy with the hood and the roof. So instead of trying to do a lot of time and wasting a lot of time doing everything, we're just going to reshoot some color on it, or not color, we're going to dust some clear on it and be done with it. But Elijah's in there finishing, taping up everything, and we got the time-lapse camera going, and this right here is going to be the regular camera going, and everything's PPG. We use sealer, base coat, clear coat, and we're going to see how this works out. Elijah's going to do the spraying, and I'm going to run the camera, and I'm going to be the hose man. So he's already done the cowl, and the cowl's done, so now we've got to trim out the door jambs, get on top, do the roof, and do the top, or do the hood. So here's Elijah, and he's going to tell you what he's got going on, fellas.
Well, we're going to rebase the hood and the roof so that we can get a nice coat coverage. There's a few things in it that didn't turn out well. We're going to do the door jambs. Took the doors off so that we're going to be able to do the jambs a lot easier, and then we're also going to do the windshield wiper cowl just so that it can match the hood and whatnot.
All right, Elijah, what gun are you using?
Using the Iwata.
All right, so Elijah's using the Iwata Supernova WS HD 1.3 tip, and we have the Luma 3 light on the end of it.
Yep. And
we're using the Gen 1 PPS cups because that's what we had and that's what we're using. So the color is the silver. It's mixed 1 to 1, and we're using about 85-degree reducer, and he's going to go in here and spray it. So what PSI do you like spraying at, Elijah?
I spray my base at about 28 PSI, 26 to 28 right in there. And then I like to spray my clear coat at usually about 31 to 33 PSI right there.
All right, so we're about ready to go?
Yep.
All right, so I'm going to pause the video right here. I'm going to get suited up, get the rest of my suit on, and we'll go in there, and it's going to be go time, boys and girls. Stay tight. Color on it, or not color, we're going to dust some clear on, 1 to 1, and we're using about 500 milliliters to start on the first pass.
Yes.
So this is a 2-coat system. Alright, boys and girls, we just went in there and put the light coat of dust and of color on it, and Elijah's getting ready to put some clear on it. He just cleaned out his gun, and we fixed the battery on the Luma light. It went out, come on and off. That was operator error. I didn't screw it all the way in, but that's okay. So Elijah's going to tell you what he's got going on next on the clear, how it mixes and everything, and then what the next step of this process is. So, alrighty, tell them what you got going on.
Today we're doing a 4 to 1 to 1 PPG clear. It just has a better build. Just mix it 4 to 1 to 1, and then when you spray it, like I said, I like to spray it at 31 to 33 PSI right in there to help break it up a little bit. And then after we get it all cleared, we'll go in there and we'll pull all the fine line tape off the edges. And then after it completely dries, we'll sand it and lightly buff it.
Alright, so we got to do the roof, the hood, the cowl, and the door jamb. So for the guys out there that's trying to figure out how much clear they need without wasting it, because let's be honest, this stuff ain't getting no cheaper. If they don't have a scale, they can weigh it. If they don't have a scale to weigh it to get a true ounces, they can mix it in the mixing cup. So how much are we mixing today?
We mixed 500 milliliters right in here roughly, but a nice way to figure that out is you know you're going to put more coats on there, so you're going to be able to mix your 500, spray it, and see how many milliliters went down on your first coat, and then you're going to be able to make sure that you're not going to have a bunch of extra by making sure you mix just enough for the second and third coat.
So what you're trying to tell everybody is you mix 500 milliliters to start on the first pass, and after the first pass you'll subtract what you have left over, and then you kind of gauge on how much you're going to do on the next 2 coats.
Yes.
So this is a 2-coat system, so we're only putting 2 coats, correct?
Yes.
All right. All right, boys and girls. Appreciate you. If you like with it, if you stuck with us this far, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're going to get suited up and booted up, and we're going to go in there, and Elijah's going to make it all nice and shiny. So y'all stay tuned. Here we go. All right, boys and girls, we just finished up the last little bit of the clear. Elijah's in there finishing up a little bit of stuff there and there. So overall, everything turned out really, really nice. So we didn't have no catastrophic failure with any bugs. You'd think you wouldn't have no bugs here in February and mosquitoes, but they find their way in. So Elijah is out here, so we're gonna holler at him, and so you guys can so we can tell you what we got going on, and he's gonna tell you everything about the clear and what we had, the process and stuff, and how much we use, and the price point and stuff like that. Now this is right off the counter price point. Somebody on here might be getting it a little cheaper, might be paying a little bit more, but this is just the walk-in off the floor price point on this clear. All right, Elijah.
All right, so like we talked about, we mixed 500 milliliters, which is about half of the 32 ounce. So it's about 16 ounces right there for our first coat to see how much we would have left. We ended up not having enough. We ended up having to make more clear. So it took about 650 milliliters for 1 coat, which in the end it takes less for your second coat because you don't have to create as much wet edge. So then it ended up being about 1,150 milliliters total for both coats, which we broke down to about $5.88 an ounce, and we used 38 ounces. So it was about $250 when you add in the clear coat and like your air compressor running and your electricity and all that stuff. So it was about $250 roughly to do the hood, the roof, the door jambs, and that windshield cowl in clear coat. So
all right, so what's next? So what's the next journey for the F150 now?
the next journey is we're gonna get the wheels back from the powder coater, and they're gonna get all mounted, balanced, and then we'll put them on. We're going to lightly sand and buff the roof and the hood just because it looks a little nicer. It doesn't necessarily need it, but it looks nicer. And then we'll finish assembling it, put on some trim on the side of it, a little bit of interior work, and that's about it.
All right, boys and girls, if you stayed with us this long, we hopefully that you'll subscribe and follow. And if you got anything you need done, hit us up. Send us an email at jginnovationgarage@gmail.com, or hit Elijah up at Custom Addiction of Painting, and we'll see if we can get you picked in. And remember what I said, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch. Worry about sweeping off anybody else's. Put God first, that loose end drag. Peace on chicken grease. I'm out.